I never really gave it a chance. Finally, I came out. Once I came out, I seen purpose.
So what are we even doing if we don't change the material conditions and everyday lives of our people when we run these nonprofits, right? If our people don't concretely feel the impact of our work in terms of real change in their day-to-day lives, we aren't doing anything. And we as people who are from the same community should not be comfortable getting a paycheck and going home and knowing that we didn't do our best in our community.
Well, one of the things that we've done over the last few decades is we have a lot of small entities in Detroit, a lot of nonprofits, a lot of community groups, a lot of activists that are very strong, very forceful, very independent, but they have not done enough collectively where the community can catch on to that synergy and energy and say we want to become a part of it, we want to own this work ourselves.
When you're in the neighborhood, man, you can't just pull up on people talking about let's do this and let's do that. It's just like being out there in the streets with them. You can't get nobody loyalty if you're not spending time with them.
What would I say to get you to commit to being an organizer and joining a coalition would be, have you ever seen coalition work and community work come together where it really benefits the community and the community can see it actually become successful and they can live and breathe it as well.
We use multiple media modalities and the power of research to capture the essence and truth about not only what community believes and values about the past and may be troubled about the current situation, but really the power of Own Your Story is for community to forecast and drive what we want the future of our communities to look like.
My vision for the Live Free Coalition is to be an energy that people can trust, to be visual, to be the go-to organization, kind of the centerpiece of what's going on good in Detroit, and not to be there alone, but just be kind of the conduit that I can call Live Free and I can get some answers, or they're going to connect me with other people that are in their coalition, other organizations, community activists, that we're going to be kind of the Google of all of this work that's going on in the community. To build the work that Force is doing to help the city become safer and freer is paramount, because a lot of the people that live in the community now have never seen the community being safe, have never felt free. And a lot of them think the police department maybe is an obstruction to that. And the police department also feels the community is an obstruction to being a freer and safer community. And so we need to be able to work in unison with them, but separately, at the goal of making Detroit people see something that many have never seen.
Well, the work that we're doing is based off of the history of even funding the police. The police, it was a Safer Streets Act. It was created in 1969 or 1965 to fund and militarize the police because of the civil rights movement. So it was individuals already out trying to solve problems. So we just standing on the backs and the shoulders of those who already were trying to solve problems. You're not gonna solve problems by militarizing the police. You're gonna solve problems by organizing the community to where the problem don't have to be solved because it's preventative measures being put in place.
The equity that's built is to eventually and effectively change policy so that our people are freer and safer. And I think everyone should be able to have that feeling of being free, and not just a feeling, but have that right to be freer and safer in their communities. And a lot of those things won't happen for our people until we change the policies that this country has kind of built itself on, on the backs of our people.
It's a whole government within a community that these people never see. And it's people who can stop things. It's people who are influential, who do not get the backing, the support, the resources that should be available for them to stop this man. Often I feel like we get caught up more in catching somebody than actually stopping them from doing what they're doing. It's like they would rather this person commit the crime, then catch him, than to stop them from doing the crime.
The best part of being a part of Force is that I feel like we have a beautiful education piece, and that education piece is, you know, trying our best to create trying to create a different feel between the police officers and the community, and letting both sides know that whether, you know, you have a disability or you don't have a disability, if you're a man or a woman or other, that you have the right to be safe within your community.
Some of the challenges that we face is ourselves, number one, getting out of our own way, getting out of our own egos, creating space for each other. A lot of times in the city of Detroit and in urban cities, we want to carve out space for ourselves, but we can't exist like that. And that's part of the problem that we're having in the community. And I think that what Force can lend is being kind of a mediator in those spaces to kind of bridge gaps, to bring people together and share. I think our staff in itself is a diverse staff to show people how generations can coexist, how different, even maybe religious backgrounds can coexist, and even just having backgrounds. Our backgrounds are very diverse, and we're coexisting and trying to get the work done, because Detroit has to be the #1 priority and not each other.